J-Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through. We're going to break down the White Lotus season 3 episode, the finale, but I'll talk about the whole season because I didn't really get into the White Lotus as far as reviews this season, but I did watch it just like I watched the previous 2 seasons. And some people kind of complained about this season as far as the visuals, the eye porn. They felt like the previous seasons had more appeal with the locations, whether it was in Italy or the last place. I don't forgot where it was offhand already, but this season they in Thailand, and it is, I think it's still a beautiful location, but I get it. It's not a lot to be seen because the way the resort is set up, it's a lot of trees, tropical trees and things. So you don't really get as much panorama, views as you have before in the other shows, except for when they do like a drone footage or something like that. But it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. A couple things about this season that I didn't like as far as the finale. And we'll get to that. But the finale, I think, might have been this as far as a finale episode. Last season was good, but this might have been the best finale for their show in this short history of only 3 seasons. But we saw this season that this woman here with the teeth, but she was cute, don't get me wrong. She been sitting there with her boyfriend Walton Goggins, and he's been dealing with the guy, the owner of the resort, and he allegedly took his father out, and so he's been wanting to get revenge. We saw the previous episode, him and his boy, they went to the house. He was going to take him out, but then he felt sorry for him, didn't do it. Well, this episode, after doing that, you done went to this man's house, lied to his wife, threatened to take his life, and then you went back to his hotel and decided to eat and chill as if like nothing was going to happen. So we see that in this episode, in the finale, he came back and he told him, "Hey man, you gonna do all this and this what's going down? Get about my house." And so he ended up staying, but losing his cool while doing it, and eventually snapping. When the old man told him, "Get about my house," he's like, "Hey man, I'm packing. Don't even try." But little did he know that dude was gonna tweak out and end up walking up on him, taking his own piece, putting 2 in him. Dang. And then the woman was like, "Why you do it?" He was like, he killed my father. She like, "He was your father." He like, "Oh snap." Then he getting a shootout with the guards. His woman was there. And next thing you know, she done got popped. She been trying to help him all this time. She done got popped. Damn. Just like that. Now he like, well, he on the suicide mission now. He don't even give a damn. And then we know, oh boy, the Asian guard, the Taiwanese guard, I can't remember his name, P-Lock, Lee-Lock, Lee-Kook, was something like that. Y'all think I'm joking, but anyway, he had been dealing with difficulty of non-violent. He little Martin Luther King want to be. He ain't want to use the gun. He ain't want to break up a fight. He ain't want to do nothing. And he ended up hearing them gunshots, though. He sprung into action. He went and got that gun and came back. And, the woman was like, "Kill him," straight up. He hesitated too many times, but he took him out. And that was the end of them. We also see, because they've been having a little, it's only 3 seasons, but from season 1, we saw a leftover character into season 2, which was this rich billionaires. All right. And then we later see she ended up mysteriously dying. And this season, now we have another recurring character, her husband, and he's inherited all the money, living large. Well, Kelly from Insecure, is on this show, and she in this season, because she was in season two, she does the little massages and stuff, and she was building a rapport with the billionaires. And she said she was going to start a business with her, only to change her mind at the last minute. And then she ended up getting whacked. Well, this right here, we see the husband, she ended up saying, hey, don't I know you, this, that, and the other. He ended up starting to get a little spooked. We see that he ends up offering her $100,000 to be quiet and leave. And a lot of people might have took that money at first. That was a nice amount of money, just so that you don't end up saying where he at, because she ended up looking it up online, and he been wanted for questioning. Yeah, understand what I'm saying? So you got $500 million. You don't want to go back for questioning and possibly be behind bars. Just ask Diddy. And man, that ain't good. So he told her that. She ended up, her son came. And her son, I thought might have been biting off a little more than he could chew for a second. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all was. I thought he was tweaking when he said 5 million, but then he broke it down. He like, hey, that's $500 million. He like, that's only 1%. But then the thing is, when you say that amount to somebody, how do they know you won't come back when the piggy bank is broke? You know what I'm saying? So what's the guarantee that you don't go and live rich, go broke, and be like, well, I could just hit him up again and say, I'm going to just tell where you at. Nah. So, but actually, I was wrong. Dude gave her the money. Then son was in there negotiating, wasn't he? Son was like, hey, I'm an NBA. I'm like, shorty going too hard. But he was right. He was right. I think what sealed the deal is when she got up and walked away, say this too much. And then he like, oh, you playing hardballs. You're like, look, that blase skippy whoop de whoop. My mama, that ain't enough. She might tweak out, but give it something where she ain't got to worry. And hey, you don't either. And it worked. I'm like, oh, snap. Gave that bank account info. Lord Bison, what's good, brother? You say, I'm glad the young son didn't pass, but Chelsea was caught in the crossfire. Yeah, I was about to get to that. So the family that's the disappointing part of the story for me. Not that the young son of the family didn't pass, but we've watched all season this rich family with this man, the family, the husband, the father, basically find out that they going broke. He got into some bad business with somebody, and not only going broke, but possibly going to jail. He is. And so we learn. What's up, Andre? How you doing? I hope everything good with you. What's up, Lord Bison? What Tuesdays? What's good? Excellent finale. I agree. We've been watching this family, and the father contemplating many ways on how he gonna end this family or break the news, only to do none of the things. He ended up taking some seeds from the tree to take away life, the unalive tree, and he ended up trying to make a little cocktail pina colada, about to take out everybody but the son, because he the only one. He been quizzing everybody secretly. He the only one that could live without no money. And then he the one that ended up drinking it. I was like, oh man, out of all the people, he the one that ended up going down. But he felt bad watching everybody drink it. He smacked it out his son's mouth, told everybody don't drink it. Basically, milk is bad. And, ended up in the end just saying, hey, we're a family. We'll get through this. What? We just saw this dude think about whacking him with the pistola. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff. OD, poison, only to say, you know what? We'll be all right. I'm like, come on, man. Something had to happen. Big Man Jones, her son was Mr. Pimp, Mr. Player. Hey, for real, her son actually came to the rescue. I really, really, really thought he was gonna blow it. I know a lot of people may not think that. They'll say Monday morning quarterback that they knew he had it, but I thought he was gonna blow it. You know what I'm saying? Lord Bison, The White Lotus season 4 will be in Greece, back to Europe with a few returning cast members from season 1 and 2. That's what's up. The White Lotus is a slept-on show. I like the difference with it. International locations, different appeals, something different to watch. Um, this season did have an underlying tone with them being in Thailand. The daughter of the rich family wanted to study Buddhism and get away from everything, and then only to realize in the end, after sleeping there and sleeping in a hot room with no AC and no frills and eating bland food that ain't organic, and you know, she realized she is attached to the world and life. And the mom had a point, like, we do live better than kings and queens of the old days ever did, which is true, as well as, and that's for all of us, the average person in America, not even you know, rich people. And I can explain that in a second. But she said that it's an insult not to enjoy it. And actually, I kind of agree with her to a certain extent in that philosophy, but I don't like it, if that makes sense. And what I say is, because I've thought of this before about myself. Actually, somebody was just telling me that I embrace a lot of technology, because I was telling them I'm using the AI this, and if you see my car, it's kind of like, you know, modern computerized little things in my house and this and that. But that's the world I grew up in from the 80s, 90s. I didn't realize we were growing into a new world order of technology. And I I don't like being so tethered to technology or modern comforts. But then with my injury, I'm like more attached in a way than I probably ever would have been, which that's what I don't like. I can't detach in a way. Like, I would like to go and set up a tent and go out somewhere camping and, you know, cut down some wood and build a fire and be able to do, but I can't do those things. Like, I physically can't do those things anymore and stuff. So, like, I know to a extent I'm like trapped in the matrix. Like, I'm really like trapped in the matrix. So that's what, you know, is a realization in myself, you know. But as far as people, I think, man, I don't think it's bad to like modern amenities, but I don't think you should worship it. And I think it's to a certain point where we have too much. Because at some point your house becomes a place to keep a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? I got stuff, you got shit. George Carlin got a great bit about that. So I mean, it's it's complicated. You know what I'm saying? It's complicated. Big Man Jones, I would let Chelsea top me out, no cap, dead or alive. Oh my goodness. You said, nah, show my comments, bruh. What is you talking, yo? I'm behind. But anyway, y'all, I'll get to your comments. Relax. Lord Bison, Thailand is off the chain. Uh, you know, Thailand off the chain. No prayers to those who perished in that tragic earthquake. Yeah, man, I'm not even too familiar with that earthquake, to be honest with you. But shout out to those that perished. I guess my news feed only touched on it once, and I kind of actually forgot that happened, to be honest with you. So that's unfortunate for those people and things. And it's just messed up how we can get consumed with American news so much. But yeah, Thailand is dope, and we see Sam Rockwell is enjoying it to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? And that was Walton Goggins' character when they went to go confront his alleged, you know, killer of his father, who turned out to be his father. That's a twist. But Walton, he woke up and he was still going hard. I ain't never used real drugs in my life. I've been scared. I'm scared. All right. I had a lot of fear in my life, and I was afraid. What if I like it and I get hooked? So I ain't never did cocaine and crack and meth and speed balls and all the stuff he might have been doing. Because this dude was still jumping off the damn couch and stabbing. He done made a mannequin with pillows and stabbing it with a knife. Talk about this is a gunshot. This is that. While wearing the women prostitutes' panties and a tank top. And and dude wake up like, dude, I gotta go. He like, man, what's up, man? I got more girls coming, man. What's up, man? He leave out the room. He chasing them down the hall, rolling on the floor, jumping off the chairs. The girls come in. I'm like, whoa, drugs, man, are powerful. I've heard the stories. I've seen some crackheads in Chicago, but I ain't never partied and did that, been around that stuff where people is doing that. And that's scary to me. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to lose myself. Like, I don't even like to be drunk because you don't know what you may do. You can't walk around or roll around. But anyway, you know, it's just you too loose and you don't know what to say or do. And then so like with that, oh my goodness, man. And them women was coming through, boy. They was some fine women. I mean, hey, I guess if you're getting some paying for it, you better get them fine. But yeah, Thailand was off the chain. You go there and you got the right amount of money and mindset, you're gonna be like him at the end, with Sam Rockwell character. He had to go pray. He had to become a Buddha monk after that, straight up. And we know how wild his parties get because I explained in another video that when he was talking about 2 episodes ago to Walton Goggins about how he don't drink no more. And he like, well, you know, I was with a prostitute and I was with one or two at a time. And then I realized like, you know, I was them and they were me. So then I started dressing up like them. And that wasn't enough. And then I started paying one of them and I would pay a male prostitute to ram me while I'm dressed like one of them, looking at them in the eyes while they watching it. I'm like, and dude was like, really? That scene, and it's a lot of great scenes in TV history, but that monologue Sam Rockwell laid out about how he went down this rabbit hole that turned into a Buddha hole, because they over there in Thailand with Buddha. He got a Buddha hole. That's what it ended up being. That right there. Oh my goodness. That's he laid that on with a straight face, so serious you would have thought he was in confession. Straight up. And you talk about how you get rammed, paying somebody to ram you, dressed like one of them, looking at one of them in the face, watching. You talking about LL Cool J was in too deep. You way too deep, bro. That's why at the end of this season, he was there praying, Buddha monking it up. He got to let everything go. When you that deep, you got to just detach from everything. Everything. Straight up. That ain't, oh no. Big Man Jones, I'm about to pipe Tim's wife off the wine. Well, that's Piper Posey. And Piper Posey always been a little cutie. It's something about her. She's not so with me, white ladies, it's got to be something a little different to make them stand out to me. All right. And the way she talks or the way her mouth is, like I didn't recognize her, but as soon as she started talking, I knew who she was. She was in Blade Trinity as the vampire woman. Blade. Oh, please, Blade. I'll suck you dry. We about to suck Blade off. Let me lick the blade. But yeah, man. She was in Superman Returns. I didn't remember her in Superman Returns. Superman Returns was a whack movie though. You talking about the one where the airplane landed in the baseball field? That movie was whack. I got it on DVD over here because when it came out, I ended up, getting it for my son and stuff. Plus, it was a time period where I was working so much that I didn't go to movies as much, and then I didn't pay for cable because I was barely at home as much. So I would just buy movies, and that would be like the first time seeing them. So some movies I'd buy $20 or something, and then I'd be watching it like, oh man, damn, should have bought cable. Lord Bison, you say when I was in Thailand and Singapore, I've seen many fellow Americans get with those lady boys. Hell no, not me. Oh my goodness, man. I hope they wasn't military men that was getting with the lady boys. Although, now I'm not that big into porn, because to me, porn is like a warm up. I don't want to watch it and then it ain't no game. Who warms up? Ain't no game. I ain't gonna just keep practicing. But anyway, it's a lot of genres in porn. I didn't realize until lately, but I never looked into the ladyboy genre. But the first time I really did get some exposure was in Hangover 2. And I thought that was a woman until that big ass thing came hanging down. I'm like, oh, she packing. And I ain't talking about no 357. He packing that hang down. Straight up. Well, let's just say, Lord Bison, will I be in Force season 3? I can't really speak on those type of things too much, but let's just say I would have liked to have things a little different. Lord Bison, you say, yeah, they were military. Come on, man. How y'all let them back on the base? How you gonna have you can't have my back, bro, because I don't know what you may do to it. Nah, man, you got secrets. You need to work in military intelligence because you a secret keeper. Straight up. You ain't trustworthy. No telling what you may or may not do if somebody puts something in your drink. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to whip out my claws. Wolverine doesn't like that. Like my little Wolverine glove cup. X-Men. I got my claws wrapped around it so I don't drop it. Damian Kenny, what's good, brother? Yeah, Lord Bison, I think you could pretty much, you know what I mean. It didn't play out the way I would have preferred. Not that it was any negative thing other than it didn't play out the way I would have preferred. Anyway, I'm about to wrap this up, man. The White Lotus, man. I enjoyed this season. I'm glad, old boy, because you know what? The low-key finest person on the show, because we did see those rich ladies or whatever. The one screwed the dude and jumped out the window. But that Thailand receptionist that the guard was dating, Mook. Oh, Mook daddy, Mook daddy, Mook shaka laka shaka. Hey, Mook is fine than a mama, and she over here. He talking about how about the next date tomorrow after he told her he a puss and he gonna quit. She like, nah, my mama got a bad back. He like, well, what about the next day? I think about it, man. You soft. What if they come and try to take some of this? You just gonna let them? I don't like violence. So anyway, I'm glad that he was driving Miss Daisy at the end, and Mook was like, hey, bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Big man Jones, Tim White better give me that sloppy joes. I mean, Piper Posey, I like her. She's cute, but I can see the age. She's starting to get a little older. Not dissing her, not saying older. Just like the three little ladies that was the rich ladies, the movie star, whatever. Uh uh I don't know. I don't want to sound like, everybody has their cup of tea. You know what I mean? Everybody like what they like. Some things it just they just don't stand out on me. I ain't Mook. Mook stood out to me. Y'all talk about Tim wife. Y'all didn't notice Mook? Or am I just tripping? I mean, I would have been talking about Mook. Mook, there it is, straight up. Damian Kinney, lady boys are a culture in Southeast Asia. Many poor boys can't find work and is a lucrative way to live. U.S. government recently forbade personal relationships between officials and Chinese people. Man, that's another thing I was talking about earlier in this video, but I kind of glanced over. But what I was saying about materialism and how I know it affects me. I'm very introspective. A lot of people are not. I've noticed a lot of people go through life and don't even sit back and think of what they're doing and their plan and why they did this or what's going. They don't do that. And I try to do that as much as possible, not to say I don't still make mistakes. Anyway, um, Americans, even the poor Americans, and I say poor if you make around 10 grand a year, not a homeless person, but 10 grand a year or 15 grand a year, that's considered under the poverty line. You still, even as tough as it may be, are living a life of luxury. And I explain why. Because today you can have multiple colognes or perfumes. You got a refrigerator, something that can keep. You may not have no food in it, but you got one. You got a stove. Something that can cook. Like there's places in the world don't have a refrigerator. Like ain't no well, it ain't this. No, don't have one. You got electricity. Maybe if you didn't pay the bill or you paid the bill. Let's say you paid these bills at least. You got heat. You have a roof over your head that doesn't have cracks between the roof and the wall. Like I was in Central America and I've been in people's houses. They were living in the house. Okay. And the roof was not meeting the wall. So it was a gap. You can see outside. Like, so if your wall meets your roof, you're doing better than a lot of people, millions, billions in the world, billions. Running water, clean, sanitized running water. You live in large, toilet flushing. These are things we take for granted so much that we don't even consider this having anything in America. Taking a hot shower or whatever, a bath. It's in pretty much every home in America, a shower or a tub in any apartment. Like these standard things, the way we live, way, way above a lot of people in the world. I look at some travel videos and stuff of some people in the Philippines and things. It's like, people got some hard times out there. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, we were very lucky, but at the same time spoiled. And I'm glad old boy with that philosophy of the Buddha. He talking about what would Buddha do? Buddha gonna hit Mook in that, Buddha. He gonna tear that Buddha up. That's what Buddha gonna do. Y'all tripping. He tripping rather. Let's see, Lord Bison. I like the Indian therapist who Walnut. Yeah, Shorty was fine. She was fine. She was fine. I was wondering why he wanted to talk to her so bad, though. What did she do for him that was so damn great that he needed to talk to her? Was she gonna really stop him from whacking dude? Maybe. I don't know. But she was fine. She was fine. Indian women do have beautiful skin. Like if you ever come across some Indian women and stuff, just naturally, they be having some great skin and hair and stuff. Like they got some striking beauty on some Indian women. Hell, that's why black women wear their hair every day. Who hair y'all think y'all wearing? You wearing her hair and her and Mook. That's who black women want their damn head of hair. So Indian women got that hair and that damn skin. Liberian girl. Even Michael Jackson had to write a song on that one. Lord Bison, you were stationed in Thailand at the U.S. Embassy. Oh, okay, that's what's up. You a Marine then. If you was at the embassy, you was in the Marines? Because the Marines protect the embassy, right? You may have told me before, but I forgot. My bad. You say, Jay, are you watching Daredevil on Disney Plus? I heard that they were bringing it out. I didn't know it came out yet. No, I didn't. So they brought Daredevil back. I didn't know it came out that fast. They should have did better with Daredevil because that was a great show when they was working with Netflix, and that Luke Cage and Daredevil was good. That Iron Fist was whack. Jessica Jones was cool, but anyway, they waited too long, and that was bad. But anyway, I'm gonna check it out. And Godfather Harlem come back out in a week, so I got to do something with that too. And also, let me know. I've been using the new AI program that works with my videos with clips and different stuff. So if people have been seeing like little shorts of my videos and different stuff, I appreciate any type of feedback and stuff. Let me know because want to make sure it's working and it's pretty good, worth anything. Um, let's see, Big Man Jones, you want that granny top? You want them? You want some Gumby? You take them dentures out. Piper Posey, even though she's probably old enough to be hell, I'm old enough to be a grandfather. I'm glad my son is like not ready for that yet. But I don't get grandma vibes from her, which makes me either I'm tweaking or I'm old. Because I'm a grandpa, so I'm looking at her like, well, she ain't a grandma. She still look good. But I definitely don't get no granny vibes from her. Lord Bison, I dated Indian women while in Singapore. Oh man, you messed up. You could have brought one of them back. Had you some curry rice and peas every day, boy. Hey, Lord Bison, welcome home, my king. You are Lord of the home. Let me top you off. Thank you for bringing me and giving me new life in America. Stroke my beautiful hair. She would have took care of you for life, man. You messed that up. You blew it. You blew it. Lord Bison, U.S. Navy liaison officer. Okay, all right, NCIS. Oh, NCIS up in this mud. You got to tell me about that, the UFOs, man. What's up with David Fravor, Commander Fravor? You see some Tic Tacs? I know you had to give him some Tic Tacs before sex because of that dinner, that deli belly curry. And you say, I ain't from chasing Tic Tac, but I kept them in my pocket, out to it, Tic Tac already because they, boy, woo, hello, Lord Bison, how are you? Yeah, there we go, baby. Come here, baby. What you say? Baby a kitty, you say India is mainly vegetarian country. The diet makes it for better skin appearance. I don't know about that as far as the diet make for better skin appearance. I do know it's vegetarian. If a billion of them wanted to eat a burger, do you know the planet already be destroyed? That might be one of the things saving us is that China and India don't eat fast food like Americans. Because it'd be over with. They let their cows walk around in the street. Do not touch it. He is minding his business. Do not bother him. He is looking for some food just like you. What is the problem? You want to cut his balls off and eat them? You are nasty, man. Do you know he is sacred cow? He helps mow the yard, mow the lawn. He's Slumdog Millionaire Cow. Slumdog Millionaire Cow is my friend. Damian Kenny, you say we both old? I guess so, man. We up there, huh? Lord Bison, no thanks, can't bring them to the Poison USA. I hear that. USA. Mississippi Masala. Hey man, I was just looking at that. I got that on my DVR. That just came on the other day. That's old, right? Yeah, you just said we both old. David, yeah, you proving your point, Negro. Yeah, you done pulled out some Mississippi Masala, Denzel Washington. But old girl, woo, Charlie, made Denzel fall in love, boy. She was fine. And on Direct TV, when you looking at stuff, you can type the little button on the remote right here, pull up more info, and then it'll have, you can see the actors or whatever on there, and it has a lot of their current pictures. And let's just say people change. And you know what? It is kind of unfair for women, but not really though, because women are smoking hot in their youth. I mean, whoa, a young woman, and I'm talking about, you know, 17, 18 to what, 30. The world is their oyster, straight up. And then it starts going downhill after that. And if you think about it, that's like a pro athlete. Like a beautiful, smoking hot woman is like a LeBron James or something. You know what I mean? They only got a good 10, 20-year window to dominate. So they got to go ahead and get that right man. They got to make these right moves, because after that, they slowly got to be like everybody else. So this about what's on the inside, not the outside. But a smoking hot woman on the outside, doors open, opportunities arise you don't deserve. You don't even got to be smoking hot these days. You could just be cute. What about the Hot Tour girl? She was cute. Doors opened up. She robbed people for millions with the damn meme coin and was gone. What dude can do that? Dudes don't have that. So, you know, men age gracefully. Women, they turn into old fruit. But you had it all in your early years. The problem is people don't always know what to do with stuff when they're young. And men, as we get older, we get better. You see Greg or Gary, he was sitting there, he had his little girl plaything and was already about to get somebody else to bang her down. Lord Bison, I'm dating an African and a Latina here in Vancouver, BC, Canada. I need to come where you at. I can't get either one where I'm at. I can't get an Africana or a Latina nana. But the dating scene sucks in Indianapolis. Sucks. And then my situation don't make it too much better. So because it's a lot of shallow people out here. It's a lot of people that smile in your face and stab you in the back or say they're gonna be there and use you and do. So as you get older, all that stuff make it more difficult as well as everything else. So yeah, you gotta be good out there, be cool. Hey man, I've seen Kama Sutra. That movie right there, they tried to not put it out for a while. The Kama Sutra. I remember that movie. That's old. That came out in I believe like the 90s or something. I remember that movie though when it came out. That had a lot of I think that came out in the early 2000s, I think. Kama Sutra. There it is, 2000, 96. So yeah, they remade it in 2000. I remember it in the 90s and 2000. This is the original one because I remember her. Yeah, Shorty was a looker at the time. I think this the same woman in what you call it too. Sarita Childrewy. Okay, that's doing too much. Anyway, yeah, Kama Sutra Tale of Love. That's a throwback right there. I remember that. They were showing how to get it in there, get them tantric tantric sex going. Damian Kinney breaking down the facts for me. He said menopause change them. Yeah, change them because men put it on pause. Hey, look here, I'm gonna have to pause this relationship. I gotta go down a couple years. You know what I mean? Damian Kinney say what's on the inside is what feels good though. The outside is cool, the inside would feel good. Nice, hot, warm, wet, like a hot slip and slide, a hot tub slip and slide. Lord Bison say same female director as Mississippi Masala. Oh, okay. They want some more of that the spices, that curry spices on the screen. Go ahead and spice it up for the Americans that do not know about the 7 chakras, 7 up, 7 down, put it in, put it out. Let me wrap this up, y'all, man. I appreciate it for y'all coming through. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go live Monday night, talk about some more Raising Canaan, and as well as some more hot topics. I got a bunch of stuff to talk about. This I keep saving, this adding up. Gotta get it out. And White Lotus overall, I enjoyed this season. Just giving it a feel for the season, I would give it a 7.5 to an 8. I enjoyed the storyline, but it was that's why I'd say 7.5. Would I rewatch it again? Not really. I haven't rewatched season 1 or season 2. I probably wouldn't rewatch this. It's Game of Thrones. It's been on cable lately on HBO, and I sat and rewatched damn season 1 yesterday and today. It was on. I'm watching Ari Stark, Ari. They were calling her Ari still when she was trying to pretend she was a boy with hanging with the Night's Watch and all this. So I didn't watch Game of Thrones a few times over with. So it is what it is. Lord Bison, you say season 2 was better. I think season 2 was pretty good also. Sicario, the first movie. Yeah, I seen the movie. I seen the first movie and the second movie. They were real good. I didn't see the show. Arya Stark, there it is. Show how much I remember. I'm brain is fried, y'all. Which is something else I'm getting worried about. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I appreciate everybody as always for coming through. And man, if you ain't got no haters out there, then you ain't doing something right. So, somebody made a comment about some haters or this or that on one of my other videos. Ain't nothing you could do about it, man. Just keep doing you. You can't let that stuff worry about it. Plus, the world loves drama. The world loves that. So people that do that type of stuff, they'll always succeed. You can't worry about that. Just do you. BKRS1. Yeah, I don't know about that. Be common. There you go. Common Sense, the rapper. Be common. You ain't gotta be Diddy. You ain't gotta be Diddy. I'll just be, calm and call it a day. Anyway, as Wolverine said, stick around, bub. I think when I get some few things going this summer and upcoming months like I want, I'm gonna do some giveaways and different stuff and show some love back to some of y'all, man. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna put my eBay store back up on there, and I'm gonna have all kind of stuff for sale. Not like I'm a salesperson, but different knickknacks or collectibles or this or that just to give away. I got too much stuff. Some stuff I got sitting in boxes. And why let something sit in the box when somebody else can be enjoying it, I think that's part of, and I've been thinking of this again. That's why I've been thinking about doing this going back before we go. That's part of me kind of trying to detach some of having stuff because these stuff in life don't necessarily make you happy. You just got a bunch of stuff. What you doing with all this stuff? It's just stuff. So it's only so much I can detach from to a certain extent, but I do want to detach from a lot of stuff because I've been thinking like, what I'm carrying this stuff around for. Like I done moved 3 or 4 times in my life and still carry the same thing. Well, and never wore it again or never used. I got clothes in my closet I ain't worn literally in almost 20 years. Still hanging up, looking brand new. Ain't wore it in 20 years. Nothing wrong with it. Look, if I put it on, still in style. If I ain't wore it in 20 years, I ain't about to wear it. So anyway, that's the thing, man. I'm gonna just detach, get rid of stuff. Yeah, decluttering. My man Dane with the more knowledge, man. I appreciate the backup and the assist tonight, brother. That's right, decluttering, man. I got so much stuff. Sometimes I be thinking, why am I carrying this stuff? I even got some shirts that still since high school. Yeah, and I graduated high school in '96, and I can still fit some of them, but my belly done got too big recently. But if I hadn't have got injured, I'd still believe I could still fit a lot of that stuff. But anyway, man, it's time to move on. Declutter. Let somebody else wear it. Let that items or whatever have life somewhere else other than sitting here in the grave with me. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I know I got on later than usual. I kind of overslept. Then I turned on the White Lotus. I could have swore that it was I guess I was watching the replay or something, but it ran a little late. But anyway, I know a lot of people on this channel don't watch the White Lotus, so I appreciate y'all for coming through. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good night. Deuces, and we out.